Meeting to order. There's no changes aside from some deletions. We won't be talking about the West Village Town Road 61 because I haven't heard back from the attorney yet. And we won't be signing a contract for Park Lawton Road Bridge because it's not here. So review and approve the minutes from July 24th. Give a motion.
I move that we approve the minutes from July 24th.
Second it.
Second, any discussion on it? All right, all those in favor of approving the minutes from July 24th, say aye.
Aye.
All those against? All right, it's unanimous. Okay, we have 3 warrants to review, warrant 3, warrant 3P, and capital fund 1.
I'll make a motion that we approve the payment of warrants 3, 3P, and capital fund number 1.
All right, so
We need a
any
second.
second?
I'll second it.
So discussion on those. I give a few details. You guys are looking at them. The capital fund 1 is for the John Deere tractor we bought for $72,000. It's in there with all its accessories, stereos, Bluetooth, you know what it means. We had allocated money in the annual report, page 38, for $85K. So it's less than what we asked for, so that's good. 3P is payroll, $11,495. Nothing unusual in there. And then 3P is accounts payable, or 3 is accounts payable for $35,567. About half of that is to Belco for culvert removal. They removed a culvert at Park Lawn Road, I think,
Yes, and that's actually for ARPA funds.
through ARPA funds.
Yeah.
And we paid our annual VLCT dues for about $3,700. So those were kind of the 2 big items in that list. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor of approving warrants 3, 3P, and the capital fund 1, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against? All right, ARPA funds. Do you want to tie it into the next one? Well, because we're going to talk about it in a second with the boards.
Yes, exactly.
So there's no visitors or public comment here, and there's nobody on the Zoom call.
Okay.
And so the road foreman's report, we can tie that into ARPA, and Maria's got some updates on that.
Yeah, so Lee had asked that we had purchased through ARPA the planking for the covered bridge. And apparently there was some extra boards.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chester, Vermont Snowmobile Club is willing to purchase those extra planks for bridging, I assume. And
For how much? And how much would?
I believe it was for $500, and I don't know how much plank there was. So that was what Lee worked out with them.
Paul sent over, he goes, I could use some planking.
Well, I could. I could always use more lumber.
All right, we'll put out RFP. You can bid on it.
And because we purchased the planks originally through ARPA, so any proceeds that we receive from the sale of the planks will have to go back into ARPA.
Okay.
So
And so we'll add that on to the next meeting for a vote. Or do you want to vote now?
we can vote on it tonight.
All right.
I mean, if you want.
Yeah, I move we approve the selling of the unused planks to the Chester, Vermont Snowmobile Club.
I'll second that.
Another question, you just already said that Lee worked it out with them, he
Yes.
found a
Yep.
price that he thinks is reasonable?
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure it was $500 for whatever was left.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's white oak.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to the markets. We need a second on that?
Alex seconded.
Oh, Alex, okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against? Consider it done. Correspondence, nothing really new in there. A follow-up on the DRB decision. And there was another one in there from, it's just the A&R thing for the boating club. Recommendations on things they're going to follow, which seemed a little unnecessary, but there it is. And we did get the operations and maintenance plan from the Conservation Commission for the bridge steps.
Right.
So we're going to add that on to new business for next
Yes.
meeting. We can all take a look at it and make sure we're okay with that.
Because I had a specific question about that one. So
Yep.
I thought if it's next week,
Let's
next
do it.
meeting, that's fine.
All right. Excellent timing. There's no new correspondence, discussion, of planning. New business, the state did get back to me after 3 weeks on what to do if you don't have any responses to the engineering design. And he's like, put it out again. So he did call, the state of Vermont did call over New Hampshire to see if they had any engineering help within their state that had, you know, cycles to help out and maybe do the engineering plan, and he said they just got nothing. So we sent the new RFP out in the Commons
It
today.
was in today's paper.
Today's paper.
Today's comments, yeah.
I also contacted Zach and Jason Evans and there may be other people. I don't want to limit anybody directly. And I'm like, do you guys know any people that have engineering? They have to have a Vermont engineering license.
Right.
I mean, I asked, do you guys work with anybody that you can point us in the direction of to make sure they get this? And I haven't heard back from anything from Zach. Jason's, I think maybe his company,
Jason Evans.
She called back. She said, "Who did you send it out to before?" Because Scott Jensen had given me 3 groups. He's like, "Hey, try these folks," and I emailed them directly, and none of them. They're like, "We just have capacity. We're not interested." Whatever. So we're just kind of stuck at this point. I'm hoping at some point the state's going to say, you know how much it is. If you want to go to a local person, if we want to go to Jason or Zach and just go to them and go, how much will it take you to? Because I don't think either one of those dudes or a number of other people in town would need engineering. They would go look at the bank. They'd know how much riprap to put in to keep it up. But I just don't know if that's going to happen. So we're kind of stuck. I put a short timeline on the response to that RFP. I think it's the first meeting in September. So we can hopefully get some responses. But we're just we're stuck. So that's the big update there. Any other new business that came to mind?
Sorry, is this gonna be a new business? Cause it looks like it's time sensitive.
We're gonna add it. It will meet before the first one. So Lori just gave it to us. So on our next meeting on the 21st.
On the 25th is their first one.
Yep.
So
we'll approve it on the 21st.
Okay.
What is
All
it?
right.
It's liquor license.
Oh,
It just came in and we didn't have it on the agenda, and I'd rather have it on the agenda in case anybody takes offense with that. The other thing Paul did report, just kind of his new business, that last fiscal year we took in $5,281 from sheriff's fines from traffic, speeding, etc. And we paid them about $18,500, so about 30%. But anybody who's appealing any of these tickets, that money may come in later, who knows? So it's just kind of good. It was nice to know how, what are we getting back on our investment. So that's it for me. Anything else?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second.
Good man.
It's a record.
That's pretty good. So fast.
8 minutes.
Just wasn't. Things cleared out a little bit. So, all right. I'll end the meeting here.